The fastest and safest option for vaccinating own dogs is simply to have the owners assist by holding them, or to bring their dogs to the vaccination team. Dogs brought in by an owner for vaccination can often be handled and restrained easily by the owner. Firstly, ask the owners if the dog can be held. If they are willing, the dog catcher can then direct the owner on the safe way to hold the dog for vaccination. The most common way that people are bitten during dog vaccination exercises is if the dog is not being held correctly. So it's important to show owners how to hold their dog safely. One great way to hold almost any average-sized adult dog is to tell the owner to stand over the dog like a horse, then grasp the front legs between the shoulder and the elbow, and pick the front legs off the ground. This will often cause a play reaction from the dog, and it will be more relaxed when the vaccinator approaches from behind to give the vaccination. Grabbing the dog around the neck or holding the mouth closed are common mistakes. This only causes the dog to get more afraid and more likely to bite the vaccinator or the owner. For smaller dogs, the owner can pick up the dog and hold it firmly for vaccination. The dog should be supported under its body by one arm, and the head should be controlled in the crook of the elbow with the other arm. The vaccinator can then vaccinate the dog by subcutaneous injection, as described in part 3 of this video. Catching a dog by hand is possible for friendly dogs. It is the least invasive and least stressful method of capture and should be used whenever possible. If a dog is friendly, then their radar will likely be very small, and it will not likely move away if you approach calmly. As you move slowly, keep your eyes low and avoid direct eye contact. You can also speak softly and friendly, like you would to a young child. This makes the dog feel safe. In communities which commonly feed roaming dogs, holding a piece of food or simply placing some food on the ground is a great way to get the dog to move closer to you. This technique doesn't work on Bali dogs, so here we see our friends in Sri Lanka showing us how it's done. Once the dog is close, you can either slip a leash over its head, or if it's too nervous, then use the ninja technique while it's approaching the food bait. And remember to keep constantly assessing the dog's attitude and its radar. If you see the dog getting nervous, make sure your teammates are ready with nets in case the dog can't be approached any closer. The nets should be ready at all times. Another way to reduce the chances of getting bitten is to use a dog muzzle. Nylon dog muzzles are strong, lightweight, and easy to carry. If we can place a dog muzzle on quickly before the dog gets nervous, then the dog's mouth is controlled, even if it gets scared later on in the vaccination process. To place the muzzle, choose the right size and place the muzzle over the snout of the dog with the narrow part on top. Latch the muzzle behind the ears and pull the strap tightly. Finally, make sure that the 2 nostrils are free so that you're sure the dog can still breathe easily. When a dog muzzle is not available, roll gauze or soft rope or a leash can be used to construct a temporary muzzle. Care must be taken to ensure that the roll gauze is placed on the hard, bony area of the snout, not the soft area right behind the nostrils. Otherwise, the dog will not be able to breathe easily. It can be tied behind the ears to secure it, and then it can be removed quickly by just pulling over the dog's ears. Caution should be taken when using this type of muzzle, however, since it is not as strong or reliable as the nylon one. With any of the restraint methods mentioned here, if they don't work quickly, change tactics and catch the dog in the net to save time and avoid getting the dog more distressed or having the dog run away. At the end of the day, remember our goal is to get the dogs vaccinated as quickly and safely as possible.